Good morning. Here's what you need to know. Most Americans now get their internet and phone services from one of a few providers, and most TV shows and movies are produced by a handful of big companies. But there is so far no clear view about how Washington will navigate this constantly shifting terrain. One of our business reporters, David Gels, examined the differing stances that the Trump administration has taken this week on one of the central issues shaping business and society. On Tuesday, the FCC announced plans to dismantle rules that prevent internet service providers from charging higher fees and blocking access to some websites. This video explains how net neutrality works. That followed Monday's lawsuit by the Justice Department to block AT&T's proposed takeover of Time Warner. You've got one agency saying that marrying content and distribution results in too much market power, and another agency saying there's no problem with a distributor favoring their content over someone else's, one analyst said. President Trump broke with leading Republicans on Tuesday and supported Roy Moore, the Senate candidate in Alabama who has been accused of molesting a 14-year-old girl. The president also praised women for speaking out. I think it's a very special time because a lot of things are coming out, and I think that's good for our society, and I think it's very, very good for women. Separately, Representative John Conyers Jr., a Democrat, is under investigation by the House Ethics Committee for sexual harassment charges. His party's leaders, including Nancy Pelosi, offered little support. CBS fired Charlie Rose on Tuesday, a day after multiple women accused him of sexual misconduct. And John Lasseter, co-founder of the animated film studio Pixar, said he would take a leave of absence after unspecified missteps that made some staff members feel disrespected or uncomfortable. A search is underway after an aircraft carrying 11 people crashed off Japan today. It's the fifth accident this year for the U.S. Navy's 7th Fleet, its largest overseas. Japan's public broadcaster reported that at least 8 people had been rescued. The Navy relieved Vice ADM Joseph Aucoin, the head of the 7th Fleet, of his command in August. Robert Mugabe resigned as president of Zimbabwe after nearly 4 decades in power. Will he be remembered as a tyrant, or as a hero? Listen on a computer, an iOS device or an Android device. Uber disclosed that hackers had stolen 57 million driver and rider accounts. The company kept the data breach secret for more than a year after paying a $100,000 ransom. Meg Whitman is stepping down as chief executive of Hewlett-Packard Enterprise 6 years after joining its corporate predecessor and leading a turnaround effort that split the Silicon Valley corporate icon in two. She will be succeeded by Antonio Neri, the company's president. An Iranian hacker has been charged in the theft of 1.5 terabytes of data from HBO in May, an attack that included the release of several unaired programs and scripts. U.S.